So the first one is House Bill 268, and Representative Schooley, and just as I'm signing, if you want, maybe just in 15 seconds, just make sure you explain what this one is, and then we'll have Dave talk about the cyberbullying bill.
Sure. This bill requires that every school district report what goes on as far as bullying, not only the ones that are substantiated, but the ones that occur. And then parents can go online and they can actually see the data. So we're really tracking the data on bullying much more closely than we've done before.
Thank you, and that is now the law of Delaware.
I didn't get involved in this because I read about it in a newspaper or a magazine. I think I got involved in this, and the governor and the attorney general as well, because we go to our schools a lot and we talk to teachers and administrators about what kind of problems they're having, how can we help. And more over the last couple of years, the issue that kept coming up when we went out to schools was this bullying issue, especially in middle schools and high schools. And we have incredibly important things going on in our schools right now, and how we take care of our students in school is going to determine, and those students who are here right now know it, how they turn out as adults and what kind of lives that they have. And we just can't tolerate having individual students having their days disrupted by bullying, having their environment be less secure because of bullying. And we also can't tolerate our teachers and our principals, all of whom are really busy trying to teach our kids. We can't tolerate them having their time taken up by having to deal with these bullying incidents. So these two bills that the governor is going to sign are going to be very important bills in the toolbox. And the first bill is going to make sure that our schools and our school districts are really serious about reporting bullying. And to date, some of our schools and districts, bluntly, have been serious about it, and some haven't been so serious about it. And that's just not good enough. And there's lots of reasons why reporting bullying is important. But to me, one of the most important reasons is that it lets parents know what's going on in school. Parents have an incredibly important role to play in terms of making sure that bullying doesn't happen in school. And that's true both for the parents of kids who are being bullied, but equally as importantly for parents of students who are doing the bullying. I think that there are an awful lot of parents in our state who, if they knew that their kids were doing something in school that they shouldn't be doing, would be doing something about it at home. But if schools and school districts aren't letting those parents know what's going on, those parents can't deal with it. So one of the very important things that this first bill that deals with reporting is going to do is just to ensure that parents, again, of kids who are on the receiving end, but also kids who are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, that they know about it, and then we can actually have parents more engaged in trying to deal with problems that their kids might be creating in the school. And the second bill deals with cyberbullying, and that's the increasing use of Facebook and Twitter and all these other types of social media to do what used to be done face-to-face in the school. And this is really what I heard the most about, and I think what the Attorney General and the Governor heard most about from principals when you go out to the school, that it's so much more widespread than it used to be because it follows kids home, it stays up, it doesn't just go away, and also it's so much harder to manage because it's happening off campus, and it gets a lot trickier trying to control what kids do off campus than when they're on campus. So we try to deal with this issue the right way, and the Attorney General and I spent an awful lot of time traveling through all 3 counties and having public hearings where we heard from parents and teachers and school administrators about the really specific types of problems that they were having, how they ought to be addressed. And this bill that we put together is really carefully tailored to try to deal with both challenges, to try to make sure that we control this cyberbullying, but also do it in a way that's going to withstand any kind of legal challenges. And one thing that the Attorney General's office did, which I'm incredibly grateful for them to them for doing, is part of this bill is they're going to stand behind our school districts when these policies, if these policies get challenged, and that's something that hasn't happened in the past. So our school districts, when this bill is passed, are going to be able to put these cyberbullying policies in place and know that they have the legal weight of the Attorney General's office behind them to stand behind them if they get challenged.